Pietreczko. But before we get into that, Mace, James Hurrell, not many would have seen this coming, but you made the point to me that he's actually been showing some signs of form, hasn't he, lately?
He has, yeah. Especially the last few months. Listen, if you're in and around it, you can play this game. There's no real what you would call surprise players that are tall card holders. Some have gone out of form, some have retained form, some have improved. But that was a fascinating match. That was the, if it was a fight, it was the boxer against the puncher, and Dirk is very much the puncher. But there was no real punch in his game. The vast majority of those 180s come at the back end of the match when he was in real trouble, and he only had one fewer dart at a double than his opponent, 29 to James's 30. It was only 11-8 in legs. Hurrell had two more troubleless visits, 19, than Dirk van Dijvenbode's 17. The average is 92.67, 92.83. I think it was one of those that was typically Dirk at the moment. When he's on, he just doesn't have a B game. There's not a B game inside. Hurrell's performance there, yes, that was an anomaly in terms of 180s. I think I showed you the 180 stats, and it like that really is something that he doesn't do.
Yeah, what did you say? Over 500 this season for Dirk, just over 200 for James.
Yeah, 544 for Dirk and just over 200 for James Hurrell. So yeah, but that's what that Ali Pali stage can do to you sometimes. It can inspire you to find another level, and he did there. And I'm pleased. James Hurrell's been through the ringer health-wise over the years. He
almost died, didn't he?
Yeah, that's I think.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose to just go straight in.
Yeah. Well, no, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He almost died, and the fact that he's still playing darts is remarkable. What's even remarkable, he's beat one player up there today that a lot of people quite fancied to have a run. Now he won't mind his draw, because Bunty is a bit like, if Bunty gets through, a bit like Dirk at the moment. You don't know which version you're going to get of him, and his TV form of late has been poor. So there'll be no fear for James Hurrell going into that match.
Yeah, well,
whoever he plays.
Yeah, Dave Chisnall up next against Ricardo Pietreczko. They actually know who they are going to be playing. Andreas Harrison awaits in the third round for the winner of this one. A steady win for him, 3-0 earlier against Motomo Sakai. Before that, Ryan Searle got a very comfortable 3-0 win against Brendan Dolan. In the football, Manchester City 1-0 up against West Ham. Who else but Erling Haaland? But back to the darts, and there's always a fair few German fans here at Ali Pali. They'll be cheering on Ricardo Pietreczko in this one.
Alexandra Palace, London! It's now time for the final match of this afternoon.
I'll tell you what, Murph, I could have been talking about Dave Chisnall in that last little monologue in terms of being erratic and what version.
Semi-finalist, it's Pikachu, Ricardo.
Oh, and I'm not on about this guy. He's super reliable.
Yeah.
Now, those of you of a certain age who remember Vanilla Ice, all he needs is some baggy pants.
Well, he walks out to the Pokemon theme tune, doesn't he? Under the nickname of Pikachu. You've got to catch them all is the theme of that song. To win the World Championship, you've got to beat them all. And Dave Chisnall is the next player that stands in the way of Ricardo Pietreczko, who many believe is currently the best player in German darts.
He's right up there, isn't he, with himself and Schindler, who... In spell, Schindler looks $1 million, doesn't he? But again, needs to do more. This guy, all but win a major. I think I had a look. Has he had something like 16 9-darters or something? It's remarkable. It's won everywhere else, except on TV.
Well, here he comes. He got a straight sets win against Pietreczko, but it wasn't as
flattering scoreline.
Yeah, good way to describe it, flattering. Is Chizzy going to make him dizzy today? Signs a few autographs on his walk-on. Still.
Well, I'm sorry, Merv.
Go on.
I made a few notes on this one. Did beat Fallon 3-0, 89-66. Ricardo beat Jose de Souza, the 90.86, very, very similar. Their running numbers for 12 months, 91.84, 91.04 for Pikachu. They played 5 times before, 4-1 in favour of Chile. Never met on TV though, and that's key. But if you look down, just 8 of the last 8 matches, the 89-66 against Fallon. Prior to that, you had an 86, a 101, an 84, a 78, an 89, a 75, and an 89. Pikachu, 90, 90, 90, 91, 92, 87. And that's what, I try and get the most recent sample and get a good sample size, because I think what happened 12 months ago is irrelevant, because Dave Chisnall isn't the same player he was 12 months ago.
He's a veteran now, isn't he, Dave Chisnall, on the big stage? 45 years of age, Dave Chisnall.
Yeah, that's quite frightening, considering because now I know how long I've known him.
33 tournament wins in PDC events. That is some haul, but still that elusive major has not yet been achieved.
Yeah, and I don't like when people sort of say, they deserve it, or they deserve this, that, or the other. But I mean, let's have it right. He's been a fabulous servant to our sport.
Yeah, and in all his finals, Phil Taylor or Michael van Gerwen.
Yeah,
I mean, it hasn't been easy, has it?
He's never had a gimme, has he? Not once has he had a gimme. And I would love to see him win a major.
But it does seem, Mace, less likely to happen now than it ever did.
Yeah, it's not going to happen now. I don't know whether it's the phrase of too much water under the bridge is apt, but yeah, he's missed the boat. He's not as good as he was, and the amazing version of Dave Chisnall wasn't good enough to win a major then.
Well, look,
this erratic version has got no chance.
He did an interview on talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel, did Chizzy, and he was talking an awful lot about his throw, how he's kind of lost control of it. I mean, he's always been a bit of a snatcher, but he was saying that he's putting his dart back, and where it all used to be in front of his face, he's now finding his arm going back behind his head, a little bit like Luke Littler does, and it's making his arm change direction, and he just can't seem to control it.
Yeah, well, when you get that pull back wrong, and then when you start tinkering, and you've got that, you're unsure, you start to make more and more mistakes, and that's what's crept into his game. But I mean, what a start this is from him, down to 156 after 9. Very much like Michael van Gerwen and Dirk van Duijvenbode. When they get it right, it's still there. It's just how often they get it right is not as often as it used to be.
156 not going to be taken out by Chisnall, but Ricardo Pietreczko's way back on 220. 55. Only 55 off it though, so he's still on a 3-figure finish here.
Yeah, a max here leaves him vulnerable from having absolute control.
101 Chizzy, 220 Pietreczko. He's looking rather more well turned out these days. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but sometimes he used to look like he'd just
got out of bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I make you right, pal.
That bed was in the jungle. 19
well,
for
a big darts fan has just won the jungle thing.
True, yeah.
Apparently, I don't watch television, so.
We did have our.
Yeah, he was here, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Angry Ginge. I don't know what his real name is, so apologies.
Once had our dear old friend, sadly departed, Eric Bristow, was once in the jungle, wasn't he?
Yes, he was, yeah.
Right, 120 for Pietreczko here. Treble found, single found, double found.
That was literally in perfect steps. We had a side shot view of that. Treble 20. The 20 was pretty much in the middle of the 20 segment, and the double above. They were all almost spread apart perfectly. And
he's wearing a black and white shirt. That was a bit of a burglary, wasn't it? Dave Chisnall had complete control of that opening leg.
Well, yeah, but that's the erraticness of his game right now. He's just, you can see that he's not sure.
And despite the fact that he had not one but 2 wasps on his shirt in the previous round, he's sticking with the yellow, Dave Chisnall. That's his trademark. 80. Something else you mentioned when we commentated on his first match was those rigid flight and stem system, and we've just had the same happen. Collision.
Detrimental effect. They
drops out the treble 20.
Yeah, they hit each other, and there's no flex, there's no movement.
100.
But Ricardo Pietreczko's got a lovely, stylish throw. It's pretty bang on perfect. And Dave's, as you rightly said, he's drawing it back now, and he doesn't know where the stop point is. And when you don't know where the stop point is, your elbow will rise, and then that makes your follow through slightly different, and then you lose. You don't necessarily lose line, but you lose the length.
Yeah, and the other thing, he's thinking about it a lot.
Yeah.
And Dave Chisnall's not the kind of player who's thought too much during his career. Just got on and thrown his darts, and that's been successful for him.
Yeah, well, it's the one thing a dart player or any individual sportsman is not to think, because then everything starts. It's like the cogs are whirling.
Well, that consistency from Pietreczko continues. 2:20 after 9. Chisnall on 189, and a 140 puts Pietreczko 109 in front.
Yeah, we both felt that this is not the right kind of opponent for Chizzy. The form he's in at the moment, he's not going to get room to manoeuvre. He got away with a lot with Fallon because Fallon missed so many doubles.
Is it a help or a hindrance that he's been called back to play so soon? He only played the night before last, Dave Chisnall.
Yeah, I mean, I'd quite like it, because, you know, he'd have effectively trained for that one match, and not. There's always a risk when you've got big gaps, as you don't put the graft in. You think, right, I'm all right, I won that game, and you can get a bit complacent.
2 missed starts at double 10 for Pietreczko, allows Chisnall a chance here. 52 to break straight back. Takes his time approaching the Oki. Here he goes then. Well, went for a 12 for tops at a big 9 now. Tries to rescue it. It's only 1 dart at tops in the end. And it's over the top. Big mistake from Dave Chisnall there.
And that, again, that comes down to confidence and belief, Murph.
Game shot the second leg.
No doubting Ricardo as he slots the double 10 in.
Chisnall did depart the tournament at this stage last year in a dramatic 5-set thriller against Ricky Evans.
Oh, that was an absolute drama of a game, wasn't it?
Bit of miscount drama in that as well.
Yes, there was, yeah. Yeah, Ricky couldn't believe it, could he? We've had plenty of miscounts in this tournament.
Yeah, and most of them from David Manure, who we're looking forward to seeing again.
And again, that snatch, and he's just steps away briefly.
77.
It's very Jockey Wilson-esque.
Yes, it certainly is. Manchester City have doubled their lead. Tijani Reinders joins Erling Haaland on the score sheet against West Ham.
Did Chelsea lose in the end?
2-2 in the end for Chelsea. 24. They did come back.
Well done, lads, from 2-0 down.
All the other Premier League kickoffs, the 3 p.m. kickoffs, all 0-0 at the moment.
No wonder Nico had a bit of a face on him when I seen him earlier.
Oh, I forgot about that. It's you against Nico, wasn't
96.
it? Don't know how many Sheffield Wednesday have conceded.
Does he want some?
Look.
I'll give him some. Does he want some? Funny enough, like most casual football fans, and I'm very much a casual, as you probably know if you've been listening to my conversations about football over the last 7 years here on talkSPORT. I do love watching Newcastle, and I don't really have a team. I'm terrible. I don't need an half and half scarf. I need about
90.
I don't know, about 7 different teams on it. But it's nice when you don't have a dog in the race. You can sit back and enjoy the football, which is what I tend to do.
One of the things that made darts so popular over the years. Most of the crowd don't come here to support a single player. Come for a good time and
it's
to watch a
whoever
good
captures their own imagination, isn't it? And well,
Chizzy's in command again here. 1-4-2 before this visit. Single 20, treble 18.
So 68 left. That leaves 8 to stay in the set. And Pikachu back on 260. Yeah, unless you're like we've seen with players who just they enjoy their image, their walk on, and they support them. Unfortunately, you've lost one today.
Yeah, Sakai has gone. Chisnall, though, gets himself into the set. Double 4. He now has to break Ricardo, or it will be the first set in the pocket of Pikachu.
Two in the treble. Ooh, very nearly the first max. Both players averaging just over 90. Not a single 140 for Dave Chisnall yet, never mind a max.
25.
Yeah, did have that dart drop out when he attacked it.
Yes.
Averages 93 and 92.
100.
Not much between them in that department.
Nope. And again, that's how we thought this would play out. Certainly didn't expect Chisnall or Pietreczko to go up there and average 105.
60.
I thought this would be a tussle, a battle of attrition.
Yeah, but if Pietreczko can break throw in the first set, which he did in the first leg, then it's going to give him a huge advantage.
All he's got to do in set 2 is
60.
hold.
And then Chisnall's right up against
Yeah,
it.
and we've seen that happen so often, haven't we, here at this year's World Championship. Amount of times the player has come out, broke in set 1 in one of the legs against throw, and then come out after the break,
95.
held, and then, well, it's very, very tough from there.
Martin Schindler actually had some interesting things to say after his victory about the German media. Said they put too much pressure on the German players that us over here don't realise. And he was referring to Nico Springer's defeat, actually.
100.
When he got that, he said the likes of himself, Ricardo, Gabriel, after he reached that semi-final.
Don't watch it, mate.
He's been called a failure, apparently, Gabriel, year on year since that semi-final.
Well, it's not the only failure in life. The only failure in life is
60.
the failure to
Ricardo
try.
Ricardo,
Yes.
And he
101.
tries. He gives it everything, and I'm sure social media's more benefits than negatives, but not for me.
So this is for the set. Double 16 for a 101 checkout.
85.
Not going, but the only way Chisnall can stay in it now is to take out
161.
an enormous 161.
Trouble 20 needed. Missed. Oh, and he's gone for a 51 and hit a 2, so there's no pressure
41.
at all on this double 8 for the set.
Ricardo requires 60.
For Ricardo to win the opening set 3-1.
Just outside the double 8, steps across, eyes firmly focused on the target, which he finds with his second dart. Ricardo Pietreczko took out a brilliant 120 in the opening leg to break Dave Chisnall, doubled his advantage. Chisnall hit back, but Pietreczko has managed to get through it 3-1. He sticks his tongue out at the camera as he walks off the stage. He looks quite relaxed, quite happy. Chisnall looks like a man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. At the break then, Ricardo Pietreczko of Germany leads England's Dave Chisnall by a set to 0. If you love your darts, whether it's league night, the local, or dreaming of a walk-on anthem, you'll know the right gear makes all the difference. Target Darts are the brand behind Luke Littler's rise. They've been with him from the start, crafting the innovative, high-quality darts he now uses on the sport's biggest stages. And now Target have taken the home setup to another level with the Omni Auto scoring system, instant accurate scoring, and a slick modern way to sharpen your game. So if you want the same equipment trusted by the most electrifying young talent in world darts, visit targetdarts.com and get on target.
It needs to be magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Littler gets on target.
Alexandra Palace, where Ricardo Pietreczko has taken the opening set against Dave Chisnall. There's not much between them in terms of the standard of play, but Pietreczko really did control it after stealing that opening leg.
Yeah, certainly did. A great 120, sort of set the tone. He's created the more opportunities. He's had 7 darts at a double, hit 3. Chisnall is reduced to just 2 darts at a double in the entire match, and they came in the same leg.
The two Chris's, Murphy and Mason, guiding you through the action in this one. This afternoon we've seen wins for Ryan Searle, Andreas Harrison and James Hurrell, knocking out seeded opposition in Dirk van Dijvenbode. Tonight, just 3 matches. Make sure you tune back into the talkSPORT app or join us in the comms box on the YouTube channel. That's talkSPORT.
Yes, get involved. Get involved. You can ask us anything.
Certainly can. It'll be Michael Smith against Neil Zonnevel, Chris Dobie versus Andrew Gilding, Stephen Bunting against Nitin Kumar. Drop in your predictions in the chat.
Smith, Bunty, Dobie.
There we go. Mr. Mason has spoken, and he's been pretty successful in this tournament so far.
I have actually been on fire.
Yeah.
I don't personally bet, by the way, because I always get asked that kind of question in the chat. I've got no dog in the race. All I try and do is give get the inside track and try and give you a bit of an advantage.
Poll on there as well. Who will win this match? 53% going with Ricardo Pietreczko at the moment.
Interesting, because we did, didn't we? We talked about this in depth, and we very much felt that it was all about Pikachu just staying solid, and we thought that would be enough.
Half times in the Premier League: Bournemouth 0, Burnley 0, Brighton 0, Sunderland 0, Manchester City 2, West Ham United 0, and Wolves 0, Brentford 0. Not many goals. There were 4 in Newcastle Chelsea earlier on, 2 apiece. Chelsea coming back from 2-0 behind at St James's Park. The darts continuing here on the talkSPORT app.
A couple of big games on tonight as well, I think.
Yeah, 2 8 o'clock kickoffs. talkSPORT has both of them. Everton versus Arsenal and Leeds versus Crystal Palace. But if you don't fancy the football, make sure that you're with us on the app for another evening of darts.
Well, what I've been doing, Murph, in the pub, I've got a couple of those Alexa type things. So in the lounge, I've got the football on, but talkSPORT 2 on the Alexa thingy, whatever they're called.
Yep.
The darts in the main bar, and then the other football match in the other bar. And everyone loves it, because they can watch football and they can keep up the speed with the darts.
Yeah, superb. I do know 1 or 2 people, I mean, I say that, mainly my family members, who tell me that they'll have the darts on the TV, but they'll sync it up with the talkSPORT 2 commentary.
Yeah, I get that all the time in the pub. They love the radio commentary. It's a little bit more in-depth, and probably a little less dramatic or over the top, whichever is your persuasion.
100.
But yeah, they just sync it up and listen to our commentary with the broadcasters' images.
But the fact that I know people watch the images and hear our commentary means I have to be accurate. I can't just make it up, mate.
140.
140 for Pietreczko. Comes out firing for the second set.
And the amount of cab driver I catch having the pub, of course. I'm always going to other pubs, always taking the darts boys away to
100.
away matches, and so many cab drivers say it's so good in especially in this period where they're extra busy.
Yeah, we'll be covering the Premier League and World Match Play as usual
60.
as well. And if you do enjoy it, keep telling us.
Yes.
Try and
subscribe.
Get us in more tournaments.
Yeah. The more you enjoy it and let the powers that be know, the more work we'll do.
161.
Well, Chisnall's got work to do here. 178. Pietreczko with 6 starts from 161.
And off like workers as well, that whether they're in a factory, in the office, they can just stick it on the radio and
60.
And get involved. And we love doing it.
Yeah, well, it's on for 3 weeks at Christmas. I mean, you still have to get stuff done, don't you? So to be able to have darts with you on the move is a real game changer.
I've never really had a Christmas, because when I was playing it was at Christmas, and then working at Christmas. Oh, treble 20's found, single 9, double 16 for 1-0. Oh, clipped the wire.
Chisnall got himself back into this, hasn't he?
So I've gone super. Have you seen these bags that you just put the present in, pull the cord and tie it up with it? They're amazing.
You're like Smithy with a tin foil.
Yeah.
Tops for Chisnall to break in leg 1 of set 2, and it goes.
14 darter from Dave Chisnall. Come out firing. Had to rely on Pikachu missing double 16.
And I've just had a message from my mum.
Merry Christmas, Mum.
Listening to talkSPORT Darts with the sound down on the TV.
140.
That's how it's done. We'll see you in a few days, Mum.
Have a lovely Christmas, Mrs. Murphy.
60.
Don't give the boy too many mince pies.
Oh, I've made room for them, don't worry. Well, 140 from Chisnall. followed by 60. But Pietreczko, I mean, he started well, back-to-back 140. Since then, it's dried up.
Wasn't enough. And Chisnall's averaging, I know we're early, but he's averaging 105 in the set.
60.
Where Pikachu's coming up troubleless, certainly in this leg. Bad snatch from Chizzy.
Well, the darts fans don't want to be going home for Christmas just yet. They're having the party of their
72.
lives here at Ali
Oh, it
Palace.
must be great. You finish work now, that's it. You're right in the Christmas mode. The darty party at the Palace. It's great, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
I've been lucky enough to go to
81.
most sporting events and worked on a lot of different sporting events, but this is one of the things that if I wasn't here working, I'd probably just come anyway.
I've not seen
180.
many people not wearing fancy dress today either.
I know. Everywhere you look.
That 180 is from Chizzy. He's turned it on here. 49
He has.
left after a dozen.
And the average climbs in the set, Murph.
Yeah, it's almost 110
41.
from Dave Chisnall. This is what he can do.
Pikachu's 30 off the pace.
9 for tops. Only just got the 9 there. Almost at the treble. Almost at the 14 as well.
I'd love to play Chizzy at poker, because if he got dealt 7-2, I would know.
Yeah. And he'd probably go for it anyway, wouldn't he?
Yeah, oh yeah.
All in.
All in. Shove.
Treble 20. He needs to
Gotta
go down
come
for the 19s, and he does successfully. Finds a treble. Chizzy on 10, may split.
We'll know. Watch the eyes. Nope, straight at it.
Double 5. Oh, it's near a double 12. Oh, he thinks it's in. He's walked towards the board there. I mean,
I think he thinks it was in double 12.
yeah.
Charlie Colston, our referee, didn't even flinch.
Well,
Even Pikachu's having a look.
He's walked all the way to the back of the stage here, Dave Chisnall, to start this visit again. Could do with knocking that out. He's leaning over a little bit, so he's probably got 2/3 of the 5 bed to aim at now. Needs to go right. He's gone right next to it. He's now got half of the bed to aim at, and he fails to find it.
Yeah, this would hurt.
Ricardo,
4 18s and ball for Pikachu.
Echoes of the opening leg of the match here, because Pikachu took out 120. Now he wants 122 in a leg that Dave Chisnall's totally controlled. Single 18 found. There's one of the 4 required. There's the other 3. The bullseye to steal it. Oh,
97.
he's on the ring road, but hasn't reached his location.
Xavier required 5.
Chizzy then 5 in bits. Single 1 leaves him double 2. Can't find it a distance off. Steps across to the right of the hockey. Takes aim at double 2 again. He's over the top. He's let this slip, Dave Chisnall. He's got to break a throw in the opening leg here, and he's handing it straight back to Pietreczko.
Single 9 is plumb in the middle. Always fills me with confidence. Yeah. I don't know what it is, Murph. We watch so much. Well, we work on so much darts. When the big number is hit and it's middled, and you just know they're going to hit the double.
Absolutely.
And it happens so many times as Chizzy gives himself a bang on the head.
Yeah, shaking his head after it as well. He knows that he's gifted that leg to Pietreczko.
Well, and potentially lost the set, because
83.
there will be repercussions, because you can tell it's already going around in his mind. How have I done this? And there's negative thoughts. At 2-0, he's got breathing space to win the set, and it's getting from bad to worse. He's just had one come out for treble 19.
Well, he's missed 8 darts at double in a match, 7 of them in this set. Dave Chisnall.
Yeah, 2 from 10, 4 from 10. Way more efficient. Pietreczko.
97.
97 on cover to back up the 83. Down to 321. Chizzy, 141 points back in a match that is 1-1 in set 2.
59.
That Chisnall trails 1-0.
Seen a couple of beekeepers in the audience.
Yeah, get him on stage.
Is there such a thing as a wasp keeper? I've never heard that.
No.
Beekeepers we do
They
have.
don't do anything, do they, wasps?
140.
Bees make honey and pollinate, and I don't think wasps do anything.
Just
apart from annoy dart
a
players.
nuisance, yeah. Weirdly, they only seem to bother with the stage here. We've not seen him in the back or anything,
Anywhere
have we?
else. I've not seen a wasp. The only time I see it is when I'm watching darts and it's on stage. I suppose when it's cold, the heat will attract them.
Yeah, all the lights are pointing in the same direction, of course, and they are hot.
100.
But it's Pietreczko who's striking hot here now. 81 after a dozen darts. Chisnall has fallen off a cliff after that mess.
Outside of the comms box, Murph, it's the hottest place here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nowhere near as hot as the comms box, though, but it's warm.
81 then to lead in the second set, having won the first. 19 found, doesn't have to go for a 12 and ball. Treble 10 instead. Finds a single, so we'll just set it up.
Yeah, has options. Goes 20 for 32. Chizzy 262. He looked in a good spot after leg one, didn't he? And throughout leg two, we were thinking he's got 42. This, and it's all gone wrong for him. That basically sums up his season.
Double 16 for Ricardo Pietreczko, the German talent, to get complete control here. A set to the good, 2-1 up in the second. Chisnall throwing first, and really must win this leg and then launch a real attack on his opponent's throw. Treble 20, that's a good start. Followed by another. Can he fill it up? You know he can.
Well, the bookies didn't really have a clue here, the odds compilers. They went, for the most part, they went 9-2, each of two. They couldn't split them, and you see them why. I mean, although it is Pikachu a leg away from being 2 sets up, this match could have been so different.
Can't add a fourth perfect dart, Dave Chisnall, who's hit plenty of 9-dart finishes over his career. Only one on the telly, though, and that came at the Grand Slam in 2015. That's a while ago.
It is a while ago.
Against Peter.
What's he at, 15, is it?
Yeah, around that number, yeah.
Yeah. I knew it was 15 or 16. It's a ridiculous amount. Makes my two look rather ordinary.
He is back in the treble 20 now. This is his own throw. This is a must-win leg, but the next one he needs to play like this as well.
Yeah, exactly. He needs a leg of this quality against the darts, not with them.
91 after 9. Pietreczko on 308 goes for a treble 18 and gets it. Lands another one. If he can hit another, he'll leave a finish. Wild final dart in that knowledge. Hits a single one. So Chisnall has time on his side here. Bit of breathing space. 91, single 17, leaves 74. 42 off that, leaves 32. Just misses inside.
75.
Yeah, and only just. Literally, you could have got a bit of paper in between that and the wire. He looks so well as well, Dave, doesn't he? He's lost a load of weight.
Bit of confusion from Pietreczko. I'm just checking, it's 199 now. That was definitely correct, but I'm not sure whether he couldn't read the writing on the score sheet, or whether he actually thought he'd left a finish.
Treble 13 would have left tops. As it is, just a tap on the shoulder, isn't it?
Yeah, double 8. Pietreczko knows the next leg's the big one. This is a bonus if Chizzy misses this. He has missed with the first dart outside the double 8. Goes inside across the double 4. And now the pressure's ramped up because Pietreczko can win a second set 3-1 here.
Yeah, and I think that was a bad choice going for the 13s. If he'd have gone for the 57 to leave 22, which is not a nice double, I know, and then only hit the 19, it would have been 20 and tops. Now he's going to have to burn another dart. It went 42-24, just missed it. Single 20 leaves double 16. So instead of having 2 at a double, he's only getting 1.
But he only needs 1. Ricardo Pietreczko takes out the 66, and he's en route to the third round here at the World Championship. Dave Chisnall walks off stage again, losing another set 3-1, and his German opponent stays on stage, shouting, looking mean, looking businesslike, and having doubled his advantage in this match. Final match of the afternoon session here on the talkSPORT app and talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel, and it is Ricardo Pietreczko who leads Dave Chisnall by 2-0.
It needs to be magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Linkler gets on target.
Chisnall maybe should have saved that set, Chris Mason, but when you actually look at the numbers from it, Ricardo Pietreczko upped his game a little bit, and Chisnall starting to fade away in this one.
Yeah, well, he started so well in the set, and then he just fell off a cliff. 90.36 the set average for Pietreczko, 82.06 for Dave Chisnall. It was a bit of a fall in terms of standard. He's now sat at 14%. He's had 2 more darts at a double than his opponent, who's got 6 from 12, 50%. Way more efficient, 46% for the tournament, which is the kind of numbers we tend to look at in terms of people who are going to go on a deep run. And he's looking good. Not at 180 yet, hitting 4 in his first match, in the first round. But he's in and around those numbers again in terms of average. 90.33 for the tournament, match average 89.12.
Yeah, Chisnall could be on the brink of departure in the final match of the afternoon session. Round 2 continues tonight from 7 p.m. on the talkSPORT app and talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Michael Smith, the 2023 world champion, taking on Niels Zonneveld. Chris Dobey, always good here at Ali Pali, faces Andrew Gilding, who was exceptional in his opening round win. And Stephen Bunting, the world number 4, up against India's Nitin Kumar.
Well, if this was a series of only fools and horses, Bunty would be saying, Marlene, start the car.
Yeah, only 3 games tonight, of course. Johnny Clayton with a bye through to the 3rd round following the well-documented departure of Dom Taylor.
Bye-bye, Dom.
We'll play to an end now. Could be 1 set, could be 3.
Who knows? And you never know with Chizzy. He's handled this well here, Ricardo. He's stayed pretty mild-mannered and not necessarily playing with a smile on his face, but looks content, looks happy to be here, looks happy to be on that stage where Chizzy is just having a nightmare, averaging 84.64, which is way off the performance that he produced to beat Fallon Sherrick in a flattering 3-0 win.
In the football, no goals yet at Bournemouth, Brighton or Wolves. Manchester City still 2-0 to the good against West Ham. A couple of Premier League fixtures tonight on talkSPORT, and of course we'll be bringing you action from the Ali Pali on the talkSPORT app and talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel.
Just for the trolls. Go on, the Hammers. Get involved.
Well, it's Chisnall who's getting hammered here.
He is.
Pietreczko 2-0 up and 1 set away from a round 3 tie with Andreas Harrison.
Yeah, that's a... Both will like that. Both will believe, well, I can win that. And why not? Both players, similar levels, aren't they?
Yeah, but you can see where the obvious improvement is for Andreas Harrison, because we talked about it during his game, so many wayward darts. He's got to put that right, and if he does, his average goes up to 93, 94.
Easily. Chizzy has the darts in set 3. Trails 2-0. Nicks a ton with his final dart finding the red bit.
Plenty of shades of green on the stage at the World Championship this year. Dave Chisnall wearing his famous yellow shirt. Pietreczko in black and white diagonal stripes. A few little spots on there as well, and stars, and a German flag running down this sort of inside.
I like it. It's a creative shirt. There's a lot going on the back of it, which is what most people look at when they come to the darts, is the back of the player.
100.
I suppose it's like tennis if you're sat at the serving end. 2-4-1 Chisnall, 3-4-1 Pietreczko, who's found 2 20s, but finds a treble with dart 3. Level in the leg, and it is leg 1 of set 3. 2-4-1 apiece, 2 20s from Chisnall.
60.
Well, he's looking a bit more relaxed because he probably feels, right, this is it. And you don't give up, but you sort of mentally concede, and that allows you to play with some element of freedom.
And that's what he needs at the moment, a bit of freedom in the throw,
60.
Dave Chisnall.
Correct.
Steps up with the scores level at 181. Both have thrown a dozen darts in the opening leg of leg 3. Ricardo Pietreczko has won each of the first 2 sets by 3 legs to 1.
30.
Only 30 from Dave Chisnall. Keeps putting himself in good positions. Keeps finding a way to surrender those positions. And Pietreczko is in the treble 20. Went down for the ball. Hit a single 9, but he's rather recovered there, leaving himself 52. Dave Chisnall has got 99 points fewer than that, 151, but he's found a treble 20, can't find a treble 17.
119. Ricardo, you require 52.
52 for Pietreczko. He does like double 16, hit it to win the previous set. Can't find it this time, double 8. Chance for Chizzy.
On the money on both. Not just the double 16, the double 8 as well. Inside wire, outside wire. Chizzy to hold. It's a must hold.
Yeah, only to hold as well. It would feel like a break, but only hang on to his throw. Minimum requirement. He's missed 2 darts at double 16. He finds the final one. Just waved his hands to the side to say, look, where's that been?
Game on.
Doubling has been a problem, hasn't it, in this game? In the match, he's only at 18%. Against Fallon, he was around, what, 50?
Yeah, it wasn't far off.
99.
99 for Pietreczko. For him, it's about hold and then attack the Chisnall throw and try and get this done 3-zip.
Yeah, 9 out of 19, wasn't he?
Yes,
yeah,
that's right.
3 out of 17 in this game. 180 though to kick off leg 2 against the throw. This is the moment that Chisnall
I just, you've
has
done
been
that.
waiting for.
That's smart.
100.
That's why you get the big bucks for us.
And maths is part of darts. Dave Chisnall's got a difficult equation to try and solve here. Can't follow up the 180, and again, in most legs, whether it's been at the beginning after a big score or whether he's been missing darts at double, he's let Pietreczko back in.
He has. Just like you say, from that, just poor turn. Everything else in and around it is keeping him competitive, and then that one visit is getting him in trouble. Now he's back in from 2-7-8, 2 treble 20s. Going to get a 4th max.
180.
But he does. And there's not a player on the planet that can take out 162.
No, not even Luke Littler can do that. Well, not with 3 darts anyway.
So Chisnall will get a poke at the 98 to break through. If he's going to find a way back into this contest, this has to go.
Yeah, agreed. Because if this does go, he's 2-0 up in the set.
Single 20 below the treble, 78 remaining. He may go double-double here. No, he changed his mind. He was looking down at double 19, and last minute his eyes go back up the board, 23. And he's all at 6s and 7s.
Yeah, bag of nails in
Ricardo,
the
you require
end.
41.
9 double 16 to hold, and add more pressure to the situation for Chizzy. The single 9 is found safely, as is the double 16. He's been beautiful down there.
Third leg is Dave to throw first.
Yes, he's missed, but predominantly he's found the target.
But if Ricardo Pietreczko is a dark horse for this tournament, Dave Chisnall's a gift horse today, and he's not been looked in the mouth. Every time he's presented an opportunity, Pietreczko has taken it. Another 180 for Chizzy. He's actually hit 5-0 in the match. Hasn't helped him a great deal.
91.
No. Schools for show, doubles for dough. You did I watched that the other day. Your piece at Bobby's house.
Yeah, went to George Hall.
57.
I helped build a little bit of that.
Did you?
Yeah. Me and Bobby were working together. I'd usually come a day before and potter around with him someplace. Yeah. And he did pretty much. He built 99% of that.
Very enjoyable and very generous with his time. We were there for 5 or 6 hours.
All them beautiful decorative ceiling roses, he had moulds and all that for them, and he made them all.
Chisnall back in again. 180s haven't been a problem. Half a dozen now for Chizzy. That one gets him down to 84.
If you've just joined us, yeah, Chisnall, it's 2-0 down and it's 1-1 in set 3. But Chizzy,
he keeps finding ways to lose legs.
Yes,
84.
Correct.
Do you require 84?
Well, surely this one can't go wrong. 84. Pietreczko back on 266. Single 20. 64 left. Goes for the 16s. He'll now set up. Leaves
44.
tops. A sip of water for Pietreczko, who can just try and leave some kind of finish, just to plant a seed of doubt in the mind of Dave Chisnall. Needs to find a treble to do so with his last start, having not found one with his first two, but that's not good enough. Chizzy returns for 46. Sorry, for 40. 46 was what Pietreczko scored. Way high, gets closer, double top.
No score.
Not yet.
Fortunately, he scored so well in the leg that Pietreczko's back on 220, but not for long. A ton. Just a little bit of pressure. He's already taken out a 120, so Chisnall will be aware of the danger. Single 20, double 10. Single 10, double 5. Oh, Dave. Well, this will be a disaster if this goes.
Yeah, it's 6 darts missed at double.
And that's been the theme of the game, hasn't it?
He's now missed 20 in the match overall, but this has echoes of the opening leg. Chisnall missing darts at double, Pietreczko taking out 120. It was picture perfect that time, and he's at it again. First darts in the treble 20, single 20. Needs to make the same adjustment to tops.
100.
Couldn't quite complete the combination.
I'm not sure if it just grazed the flight on the way through of the single 20, and it just took the energy out of the dart because it ended up low. What Dave's got to do here is either, well, there's 2 ways of going for this. That way, or you put one just over, just sort of put a rangefinder out there.
Yeah. Those of you with good ears will know he didn't split them.
No.
1 dart straight in. 2-1 to Chisnall in this third set.
You either approach it like you approach double 1, or you attack it and then get it out of the way, so you're not left with a burnt dart that's not a double.
Yeah. 180s are flying in for Chisnall now.
180.
7 in the match. This set might be just at least elongating this encounter.
He's got a smile on his face because he's thinking, well, what is going on here? Treble 20 from Pietreczko, back-to-back tons, so he's lost the throw here after having 6 because Chisnall started with a max.
Yeah, we know that he's got that maximum hitting in the locker. 4 perfect darts doesn't become 5. The fans are very keen to see a 9-dart finish, aren't they, Mace?
Absolutely. One of them, if you stay in your seat, will walk away with a cool 60 grand, as will the charity.
Ah, that's why Mike Wilson had the night off last night.
Yeah, he was sat there hopeful.
100.
2-2-2 plays 2-0-1. Chisnall trying to break the throw to win the set in the treble 20. Just above it.
100.
And just below it.
Wow, that was a great ton. Great ton.
Half an argument that he could have come down for the bullseye 25 would have left a slightly better finish, 117 rather than 122.
43.
But now it doesn't matter.
Danger required 122.
Yeah, one the worst 3 darts thrown I've ever seen, but it's only 43 and the 122's on for Chizzy. 54 scored, 68 left. I think he needs his eyes.
He's struggling, isn't he? Yeah, he had to ask if that was in. It stopped his rhythm, Dave Chisnall. 18 for the bull or treble for double 7. It is a single. Bullseye then for the sets.
89.
Didn't really scare it. Single
Ricardo
17 he found in the end. 158 to level.
2 treble 20s, double 19, simple. Or maybe not.
Did see Nathan Aspinall last night, didn't we? Hit a treble 20 and then go for 48 bull on that.
Yeah.
Danger required
Well, if you don't like the
33.
lie and it's low, open targets are much better. At single 17, it was too close to the 51 for comfort. So double 8, full the set.
Can't have much confidence on doubles. He's missed 21 out of 25, but that one is crucial for Dave Chisnall, who wins the third set. So Pietreczko has the darts. He leads by 2 sets to 1 here at the World Darts Championship, brought to you on the talkSPORT app. We're with you on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube 100. Channel as well. Please make sure you are subscribing.
Yeah, give us a like. We appreciate the support.
55% of you think that Pietreczko is going to win this still, but the way Chisnall hitting 180s, He's going to make life a lot more awkward for the German.
Well, he's at 8. We thought the number from James Hurrell was impressive. What did he have, 10, Murph?
Yeah, and I tell you what, I reckon a good half dozen of those have been the first throw of a leg.
The response is good from Pietreczko. Oh, it's only a ton in the end. The treble 20 was high. It looked perfect to be followed.
Let's have that 9 darter then. 4 perfect darts. Come on, Chizzy, 5. Oh, clattered off the 2 in the treble 20 bed.
But more importantly, he's got the darts on the Ricardo throw instantly in leg 1 of set 4. Chisnall 1-2 down.
Crowd singing there's only one Dave Chisnall. The 180s are getting them going. He's wooing the audience here at the World Championship.
100.
His manager, Roger Shane, being put through the absolute ringer.
Yeah, he throws every dart with him, doesn't he, Roger?
He does.
86 60. After 9 for Chisnall here to carry on this barrage of brilliance. Looking for an 11-dart leg. Suddenly Chisnall is purring at the Palace. Oh, wrong bed. 12, leaves 74.
Could stay there for double 10 if he likes it, because he's got the weight of throw, but he's going 42, which he misses. 20 for tops.
46.
And you would think
Ricardo,
he would be back, unless this goes.
1-4-1 may go. We saw it earlier from Andreas Harrison. He went this route as well. Treble 15 for double 18. Oh, that
my goodness.
Would have hurt, wouldn't it? A whisker away.
Literally a whisker.
Top
of the cheeks of Chizzy. He's watched that and thought, oh, hello. Here we go.
Well, he's playing the best darts he's played all tournament, and he still almost lost the leg.
Yes.
Double top for Dave Chisnall. The crowd on side. Chizzy, dead centre. Perfectly piercing the top target. And Chizzy gets a breaker's throw. This game is turning.
Game on.
Interesting that Ricardo sort of looked at his friends in the VIP area and just sort of shut his eyes for a moment, almost to meditate, and he had a very calm aura about him. He's not flapping yet.
60.
Keane Lewis Potter on the score sheet for Brentford away at Wolves, whose season just goes from bad to worse. Man City remain 2-0 up against West Ham. No goals between Brighton and Sunderland, nor Bournemouth and Burnley. I'm not going to go down to the Championship because I already know what happens every time Sheffield Wednesday play this. Just like 32 points from safety now. Chisnall's racking up the points though.
You want to get him to play for him? There's 180 points.
Well, he's rivaling James Hurrell for the maximum man title today.
Yeah, 9 now. 1 off, and there's a lot of darts left in this match.
60.
Yeah, looks like we could be going the distance, and it was looking like a rather easy afternoon for Ricardo Pietreczko when he won 6 of the first 8 legs in the game.
Well, he had control, and his levels have not dropped off, Murph. It's
60.
It's Chizzy that's lifted his game.
And there hasn't been a single visit where Charlie Corsafine's called 180 at the end of Ricardo throwing darts. Hasn't hit 1 in the match yet.
7 140s to Chizzy's 2, though.
60.
Walking in a Chisnall wonderland rings around the Ali Pali. Many of them in Dutch tracksuits. I suppose there is a Dutch-German rivalry, isn't there? They were here to support Dirk van Dijvenbode. They haven't let that dampen their spirits.
No. Yeah, despite him going out to James Hurrell, who I thought was fabulous.
Yeah, well deserved. 1-4-4 for Chisnall when he comes back. Pietreczko's not going to leave a finish.
100. Dave, you require 144.
Options on this. I imagine he'll go the treble 20 route. That's what he does. Can't find it, but we'll try and leave it handy. Oh
45.
dear. Only 99, a 3-dart finish. And Pietreczko, once again, can just work his way back into a leg.
Yeah, just apply a bit of pressure, ask the question. See if Chizzy has the answer.
140.
And that asks the question. firmly.
And there was a real reaction from Pietreczko there. He knew that has caused a problem for Chisnall to ponder. 99. Gets a 19 on the ice cream shot. Now for the toppings. Couldn't find double top with his first start, and rather ironically finds treble 20 with his
How
third.
often does that happen? Oh, that annoys you. You hit the smaller target and miss the bigger one.
Well, the boos ring round. They want Chisnall to come back. Pietreczko hoping to silence the crowd here.
40.
Now, he is the type that could react here. This could get a little bit spicy.
20.
I agree. He can, and he's been known to react before, hasn't he?
But he has had it in his favour when he's played on European tours in Germany.
Correct.
They're not shy in booing and whistling against their native players.
I just don't want to see it anywhere.
No, I agree. But what he needs to do is keep his head, like Daryl Gurney did. Chisnall, though.
And the first celebration from Chizzy. He knows how big that moment was. Final dart of the three.
That's huge. Double five, precarious as well. But he's found it and doubled his lead. So it's 2-1 in sets to Pietreczko, but 2-0 in legs to Dave Chisnall. Here comes Ricardo.
140.
Still no 180, but it's a 9th 140 of the game. This is warming up nicely. 2 single 20s for Chisnall. Can't find a treble. Advantage Ricardo here.
I mean, it's still Ricardo has the higher average, 88.5 to 85.76 for Chisnall.
It was that double trouble in set 2 that caused Dave
81.
the problems.
Yes.
Set 3 wasn't much better, but he did manage to win it.
He's had 11 more darts at a double than his opponent. 30 and 29. Sorry, 30 and 19 for Pietreczko.
7-all in legs. 2-1 to Pietreczko in sets. Chisnall 1 away from levelling the match and taking us to a decider.
100.
Wasn't sure we were going to see that, Murph.
180 for Pikachu. Chizzy on 301. 2 trebles and he's down to a finish first. There's one of them in the 19s. And another 167 left. Well, that would be some way to wrap up the set. But 180 for Pietreczko. He wants another one of his 140s here.
140.
Exactly what he gets. Now then, what can Chizzy conjure up? 167.
Oh, it's on. Oh, he's just missed treble 19 for the ball.
99.
So it will be
Ricardo, you require 40.
Ricardo, 3 in hand, wants tops to close the gap.
Well, he's taking a moment here. Chisnall actually gestures to the crowd to tone it down a bit. That's nice sportsmanship from Dave Chisnall. It's not the way he wants to win. And actually, some of them have heeded him. The boos are still going. They did get a bit quieter, but they're getting louder again. And he's really pulled that first start. Double 10. Better, closer. Moves across. But he can't find it. And he's shaking his head. And we said he might react, and we've seen a flicker of a reaction there.
Oh, it's so hard to play in those conditions. It's horrid.
And now we'll hear the reverse because Chisnall's at the hockey looking to level the match. 68 for a second set. Finds the double. A few German fans now trying to boo Dave Chisnall, I think I can hear.
Yep.
He's got 2 darts at double 4 though for a 3-0 set here. Just on the wire. And in the bed, and Dave Chisnall has got himself out of jail here. He was 2-0 down in this match, but he's turned it around over the last couple of sets. And we are going the distance in this one.
Yeah, and Chizzy has the darts in the deciding set, which don't really count for much apart from scoreboard pressure.
Well, we could have 3 legs left, we could have 11, so strap yourselves in.
Yeah, this could be some journey.
And it's going to be played out in a sort of hero versus villain scenario here at the World Championship. The crowd want Chisnall.
140.
Pietreczko needs to hold it together. Look, we don't want boos, we don't want whistles, but given that it is happening, he's going to have to find a way to deal with it.
Yeah, we don't like it, but it's Sadly, part of the modern game.
60.
We're starting to see signs that he's just losing his way a little bit because his darts have been so much more neatly bunched.
Yeah, they were wild.
Chizzy's won 6 of the last 7 legs in the game. He's been firing in 180s at will. That's number 10 for Dave Chisnall.
Will he get to the dirty dozen? It wouldn't surprise me.
Pietreczko yet to register a single one. 2 treble turns have been the story of his game.
Well, Chizzy only hit 2, didn't he?
Oh,
Ooh.
you may have heard that. What a shout that was.
And in English.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right at the dartboard. Thought he was about to punch it Colin Lloyd style for a moment.
Well, he won't like this either. That's 2 treble 20s. Oh, and a ball. 2 good, Dave. He wanted a 25. He's left 11 after 9.
Yeah, so he's not going to match the best leg of the tournament because we saw Bo Greaves hit a 10 darter last night, didn't we?
Yep.
If he takes out 11, it will be an 11.
Dave, you require 11.
3 for double 4. No pressure. Pikachu back on 241.
It's like he's suddenly found his throw again here, Dave Chisnall.
Game shot on the first leg.
Wow, what a leg. What a leg.
Ricardo to throw first. Game
Difficult to understand what's happened here to Dave Chisnall. He struggled through his previous win against Fallon Sherrick. He's not been at it all year. Struggled through the first couple of sets here. Even the third, which he won,
42.
wasn't throwing with any fluency. And then suddenly, a barrage of 180s. What's happened, Mace? Has he been visited by 3 ghosts?
Well, he's actually playing to a very similar level statistically to what he did against Fallon, wasn't it? It was an 89-96. He's up around 89 and change
60.
at the moment.
But it was an awful lot worse for the first half of this match, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, that's why it's down where it is.
There we see
He's actually done well to get close to 90.
set by set, 87.39 in the first set, 82.06 in the second set for Dave Chisnall. They're the 2 sets that he lost. He's then gone up to 87.68 and 92.02, so he's gradually improving.
Got better and better as he's got more and more relaxed.
He's on 395 after winning the first leg of this deciding set.
96.
That 96 gets Pietreczko down to 261 on his throw. Chisnall back at the hockey. Underneath the treble 20, down for the 19s, can't find the treble, nor the treble 17.
So Pietreczko looks good to level things up. It's 2-2. Chisnall with an 11 darter leads 1-0 in this 5th and final set.
60.
3-0 to Manchester City. Don't need to tell you who's added another goal, Erling Haaland. And Semenyo for Bournemouth set to maybe join Manchester City. He scored against Burnley, they lead 1-0. Don't need to tell you who hit that 180 either.
Beautiful Max as well. Down to 159, so he's pressured the 201 here. Ricardo cannot make a mistake.
59.
That is a mistake. All right, he gets him down to a finish, but Chisnall's going to be on a much smaller one.
Sure is. How does he approach this? Sensibly, going for the treble 20. We'll switch now, and we'll go back up. Well, that's
42.
terrible, Dave.
Ricardo, you require 142.
Is on a smaller one, but not as small as he would have liked. 117 for Chisnall if Ricardo can't take out 142. Goes for the 19s, finds the first one, 57 off it. Couldn't find a bedfellow. Chizzy will come back for the 117 to move within a leg of victory. And Chris Mason, 20 minutes ago, that did not seem likely.
Nope. 76 scored, 66 remaining.
He's about to implode, I think, Ricardo. Good
Beautiful.
dart. Good dart. Puts the pressure on.
Dave, you require 117.
Found the bullseye with his final dart to leave double 8.
He needs to be planning his plan of attack if he gets 3 darts here, because there is going to be noise, there is going to be off-putting situations coming from the crowd, and he is going to get a go. He needs a plan of action.
57.
It's an important leg.
Ricardo, you require 60.
Double 8 for Ricardo. He's raced up and I think thrown it as quickly as possible. I think that's a good thing to do.
I was just about to suggest, Murph, that's the play.
Game shot on the second leg.
Do it quick enough, don't
Ricardo
pause, don't give him
Pietreczko.
time.
And it worked a treat.
To throw first.
Snatched that out so hard that it's actually got thrown backwards, and it's a good job Dave Chisnall was standing a bit further back than he was.
Could have been darted. Single 20.
Not seen a player throw a dart at their opponent before.
It's a bit extreme.
And Phil Taylor almost caught Mervyn King once, didn't he?
Yes. And didn't Gary Anderson nearly catch Gerwin Price in the slam?
Yeah. And I think Van Gerwen and Price once bumped into each other, didn't they?
Yes, they did, yeah. That may be what I'm thinking of. It just sort of skimmed down the side of it.
Yeah. Players that like to get on with it.
60.
Well, Dave isn't getting on with it here. He's lost the darts in leg 3 of set 5. It's 2-2 and 1-1 in legs.
100.
Chisnall in the treble 20, second dart, 140 off 393.
Yeah, that's better. Down to 253, 301. Pietreczko finds the treble 20, much more aggressive approach.
What a time this would be to his first maximum. Well, it's a ton 40 again. He's up to 11 of those.
It's Chizzy though on 11 180s. Wow.
140.
140 gets him down to 113. Pietreczko looking at 161 to break. 19s to start. Can't find the treble, so the shot's off. But he can apply lots of pressure on the Chisnall throw, and he does so with 2 treble 17s.
Beautiful. Single 19, 2 treble 17s leave tops. Chizzy, 113, 20 pound, needs 57. Gets it, double 18. Oh my. Oh my.
And a big reaction from Dave Chisnall there. He's giving it some towards the crowd, getting them on side. Not that he needs to do that because they're already firmly on his side. But he's one away from a victory that did not look likely. Let's not forget, Dave Chisnall trailed this match by 2-0.
Oh, he's in a world of trouble, wasn't he? Averaging in the low 80s.
That's his first ton topper of the game in terms of checkouts. Ricardo starts with 100. Chisnall can't find a treble. Remember, in a deciding set, you must win by 2 clear legs. So if Chisnall wins this leg, it's game over. But if Ricardo wins it, it's 2-2, and we go to a tie-break.
Back-to-back tons for Ricardo. Chizzy from 4-4-3 leads 2-1 in the final set. First time he's been in front, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's the first time I've seen him really snatch, and it'd be apparent that he's bothered by that.
There was an instant reaction to it, wasn't there?
100 from Pietreczko, coming down in tons, down to 201 after 9. Chisnall can't leave a finish.
No, needs a 140, and that's snatching. Gets the treble 19 uncovered, needs another, doesn't get it. 77, leaves himself. You can hear him say, come on, Dave. 266, Chizzy, 201. Pietreczko, 2 single 20s. Doesn't get the treble.
59.
Dave has to be a bit careful, he has to be a bit creative.
Yeah, 266 needs to use the 19s at some point, unless he just fills it up. First one, doesn't have to care anymore.
123.
Oh, last start. Just makes things a bit awkward. He's only a point behind Pietreczko now. Could have been well in front. 1-4-2 won't go. 1-4-3 though for Dave Chisnall will be for the match.
95.
That would be some way to win it, Murph, wouldn't it?
143.
Can he do it in the most sensational style? Trailed this game by 2-0. He's turned it around with a barrage of 180s, and he's in the treble 20 again for the 1-4-3. He finds the treble 17. Dave Chisnall, big pause before going for double 16, and he's missed it.
Ricardo, you require
Wow,
47.
what a great effort. Match dart has come and gone on the back of the 143 for Chizzy. And this young man has been very tidy on his doubling.
Same target that he's just seen his opponent miss. He misses inside, double 8. He takes it out. We go to a tie break, which Charlie Corsafine, the referee, will explain.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the match now tied at 2 sets all and 2 legs all in the deciding set, a reminder that the match must now be won by 2 clear legs. Should we reach 5 legs all, then the 11th leg will be a sudden death leg. 5th leg is Steve to throw first. Game on.
Cheers, Charlie. Gave us a breather there.
Yeah. I'd rather him do that than me. They literally just do that over and over and over and over, and in the end, it's just in.
60.
Yep.
This match is approaching 50 minutes young.
Yeah, that was some bottle from Ricardo Pietreczko.
Amazing, especially with the crowd on his back.
81.
So we hit the tie break. Must be won by 2 clear. Sudden death at 5 apiece. 2-2 in sets, 2-2 in legs.
This match could have 5 minutes left in it. Could have 20.
140.
A reminder, the winner to take on Andreas Harrison, who will be feet up, twirling his beard, I'm sure, watching this one.
Laughing at these two, putting themselves through it.
Staying over for Christmas as well, Andreas.
Sensible.
Got all the family in London.
Yeah, just got a one-way ticket here. Saying, right, we'll see what happens. Well, he's made enough money, hasn't he? Just do what he wants, pal.
Absolutely.
100.
100 from Chisnall. That gets him down to 201 after 9. Pietreczko with these darts in hand on 320. Single 20, just above the wire. Goes too high.
He just can't get about
100.
the throw of Chisnall at the moment, can he?
Yeah, he certainly found something. His average in this set across 4 legs is 97.59, Dave Chisnall. That's 9 points better than Ricardo Pietreczko,
96.
who suddenly finds himself being the one hanging on.
Yeah, breaks of throw have been at a premium for Ricardo. Only 3 times has he broke the throw of Jizzy.
60. David Ricardo, 105.
105 for Dave Chisnall then to get his nose in front again. Well, he gets the 5 first. It wasn't the intended route, but it's as good as any other.
Well, it's got to come off.
45. Ricardo, you require 160.
Is there a big shot? Is there a big game changer in this one? A la Darrell Gurney last night.
Yeah, you feel like it's going to be something like this, isn't it?
160, 1 treble foul. The next one just missed. I think it bounced off the dart as well.
128.
Super treble 16 to lead 32.
60.
So there is some pressure.
Chizzy on 60. Well, the 20 is a bit to the right, which probably leaves it out of the way for him.
Yeah. Why are they booing him now and whistling?
But I think we have got some Germans in the crowd, so they're trying to counter the boos from the non-German audience. Anyway, double 10.
40.
Maybe just nobody boos. How about that?
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Double 16.
Game shot in the 5th leg.
And you're right, Murphy, he is just stepping up and throwing.
Yeah.
Just to avoid getting embroiled.
Match point now, isn't it? Because that was a break.
Yeah.
So Ricardo back in control. His family and friends jumping out of their seats.
Game on.
Dave Chisnall's will be slumped in theirs at the moment. And it's 3-2 in the tie break to Ricardo Pietreczko, who throws first now. Can't find a treble 20 with his first 2 darts. Comes for cover,
97.
gets the treble 19.
Them first 2 darts were on the money in the treble 20. But a good treble 19 rescues the situation. It's 2-2 in sets. Pietreczko is
59.
3-2 up in legs. Needs 1 more.
This time just above the treble 20Y. The previous visit he was below it. He's in with a second dart though.
100.
Well, the years we didn't have a tiebreaker, he'd have won by now, of course.
Yep, yep.
Backs up the 97. Backs up the ton with the backs up the 97 with a
95.
ton. 95 from Chisnall, so he's on 3-4-7. He's 43 adrift plus these, and it's a single 20. Oh, doesn't make the adjustment. It's right on it. You can hear
60.
him clicking the wire.
Well, he's playing a good leg here, Pietreczko. Chisnall needs to find one of those maximums again. It's been a while since he added to that tally. He has got 11 of them, but he needs to find one at the right time,
60.
and he comes up dry again. Very much Pietreczko's to lose from here. 2-4-4 for him. Chisnall on 2-8-7. Both men have thrown 9 darts. Pietreczko throwing to win the match. Chisnall trying to stay in the match, and
60.
again 3 well-grouped darts, but none of them finding the treble.
Just gesturing to his family and friends, his tiny margins. That's brilliant.
134.
The 134 gets Chizzy down to a finish first.
Now Pikachu has found a treble, doesn't find it with dart 2. 80 scored, 104 remaining. Could go treble 18 and hits it to leave 50. Is Dave at the point of no return? Remember, he's already missed a match dart off of 143.
Now 153, but he's not going to get a dart to stay in the match from it. So Pietreczko,
57.
barring a disaster here, will get 2 match darts. 50 he requires.
18 for double 16. Solidly in the middle.
Game, shot,
And he hits it. And a big explosion of emotion from Ricardo Pietreczko, who amongst the chorus of boos at the Ali Palace has managed to keep his head and get the job done against an improved Dave Chisnall. And you have to say, full credit to Ricardo Pietreczko
Yeah,
there.
absolutely, and great respect between the two at the end. A nice embrace, a shake of the hand, a few words, and Dave sort of, well, there we go. Let's get this year out of the way and prepare for next. He's out. Pikachu is through.
Yeah, and it's a real celebration from Pietreczko. He really had to work for that in the end. Didn't look like he would when he led 2-0, mate.
No, it was a strange game, wasn't it? It really was a game of 2 halves. But Chisnall always looked, there was that vulnerability there, wasn't there? And you felt that if Pikachu could just find another gear, it would be enough. And it was. And well, that ends well, the opening 2 matches were both 3-0, Searle and Harrison. And then Hurl and Dirk van Dijvenbode and Chizzy and Ricardo, well, they gave us a couple of thrillers.
Yeah, well, today has been a great session. I think it's made up for the fewer matches tonight. There's 3 games coming this evening, but a quick recap of the afternoon. First of all, Ryan Searle, standout performance.
Yeah, he was solid, wasn't he? He literally, from start to finish, was pretty faultless. I thought that was very good.
3-0 win for him. Andreas Harrison also got a 3-0 win against the animated Japanese thrower Motomo Sakai. No one will forget him, but it's Andreas who goes through to take on Ricardo.
Yeah, another seed going out in Dirk van Dijvenbode. Listen, that's a great draw for both, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. James Hurrell beating Dirk van Dijvenbode, and then we saw that win for Pietreczko. Had to fend off a fight back from Dave Chisnall, but we spoke about it during the game. How well did he do to keep his head amongst all that chorus of chaos?
Yeah, exactly, and that's the thing. That's another added dimension that we never had in the sport. Certainly, when I played, we very much got the best of order in game on, but I was playing in front of a couple of 100 people, not 3,500, so they were easier to manage. But yeah, it is tough. It's, you know, you get it at exhibitions, at these big modern-day gala-style exhibitions, but they're only a bit of fun. You don't mind it.
Give us a few predictions for tonight then, mate, when we return from 7 p.m. on the talkSPORT app and talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Michael Smith against Niels Zonneveld, first game up.
Yeah, I think Michael would just about have enough. They can't be split. The odds compilers can't split. It's very tough for me to split them. He does have a 4-1 winning head-to-head against him. All Players Championships, never played on TV. I've not played for over a year, and this is a different version of Michael Smith.
Absolutely. Andrew Gilding might have given Chris Dobey something to think about with that first-round performance.
Yeah, and he got a winning record against him as well, hasn't he? He leads that 6-5, but Dobey has won their last 3, and this version of Dobey is certainly better than the previous one.
And he's good here at Ali Palace as well.
He is. He's, well, the last 3 years, the quarterfinals is the worst result.
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, I suppose you'll be going bunting mental, will you, against Nitin Kumar tonight?
Well, the self-confessed people's champion. He's 33-1 on. You know, there's not too much you can say about this. They have actually met one before. They met in the World Series, didn't they? Right at the start of the year that Bunting went on to win. He beat Gezi 8-4 in the final. It was an easy win for him against Kumar, as you would expect, 6-2. I expect nothing but a 3-0 win. But what a fabulous performance Nitin produced to beat Veenstra 3-2 in round 1.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining myself, Chris Mason, Paul Nicholson and Mark Wilson this afternoon. It was a perler from Sir Andreas Harrison goes off happy. Dirk van Dijvenbode defeated. And Ricardo Pietreczko, he just held his nerve at the end to see off Dave Chisnall. Back tonight from 7 p.m. at talkSPORT app and the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel here at Ali Pali for the World Darts Championship.